All right, so I just had some kind of a breakdown on the tractor. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I got a fluid leak somewhere where I can't see it.
And we'll get to that in a minute, but first, a lesson in efficiency. That was special.
Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and today I'm going to try to put a bow on this series of videos I've been doing about building the bridge and working on that disc golf course. So it's been quite a few videos now. I spent a couple days out there with the skid loader and the tractor pulling stumps and making trails and all that sort of thing. And then we got some giant, just enormous railroad bridge beams delivered here, and we milled those into lumber and turned that into a bridge. The last thing I know of that I need to do on this project is make it easier to get on that bridge, because it's about 2.5 feet tall, and right now it's a direct step onto that. So we're going to try to build like a ramp or something, and it shouldn't be a hard day, other than the fact there's some fairly extreme slopes I may have to contend with, trying to get down into and out of the area where we're working. So we'll just see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to getting out there and getting some seat time on the tractor. So let's get started. Okay, so here's the bridge we've been working on, and as I said in the intro, right now the challenge is it's a big step to get up there, and the same thing on the other side getting down. This side's going to be pretty straightforward because we've got easy access to it, and we're going to just bring in fill and put in between the I-beams, stack it up there. That'll lock it from moving. Then we're going to pile dirt all around it, and then we're going to put topsoil on top of that, and that'll make a nice natural ramp they can walk up and take their rolling bags up. And then the challenge will be getting to the other side. This is kind of a dry pond in here, so I'm gonna have to find a spot where I can crawl down and then crawl back up.
A little inside. That's your car. That's your car. Yep.
Okay, I have sprung a hydraulic leak of some kind, and the fluid's coming from all the way up here. I don't know really what that means. So the tractor has had some kind of a breakdown. I've got fluid leaking and I can't tell where it's coming from. It's hydraulic fluid. And rather than try to fix it out here, I'm gonna take the tractor home and fix it in the shop in a better work environment. And for right now, I'm gonna see if I can finish this job with the skid loader. At this point, all I can say is I've got fluid coming from somewhere behind this panel. I'm about to take it apart to see where it's at. And I could just take it over to the dealership, but I think I'm at least gonna look at it myself, and we'll have that video tomorrow or the next day. Right now, I'm gonna go get this job done. I am real happy with the way this is coming along. It's going to be a nice slope up. We didn't get it real gradual on this side, but it doesn't need to be. And I didn't want to drive over these freshly poured concrete pads to smooth it out. But that's going to work real nice for this side. The other side's going to be a little tougher. Now we've got this mulch. We're going to spread over it just to keep it from getting muddy.
I think that other load will be able to get the other side.
Yeah.
That'll do just fine here.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a big improvement, especially if it does rain tomorrow. Okay, so we finished the other side. I had to go run some errands and we're back out here. But I'm starting with the camera pointed over here because I just love this part of the course. The way those trees wrap over and just the look of them is pretty awesome. Now, on this side, it's going to be hard to do exactly what we did before because I can't get a machine in here. And this drops off really steep. I mean, that's about 4 foot high from where I'm standing. But there's an easier step off on this side over here. So I'm going to drag back a lot of this brush and at least get some dirt right up here so that they can dismount, and then we'll just see how it goes. So I don't know how steep that looks, but I know how steep it feels, and it feels pretty steep.
So, like I said earlier, the first side we worked on was pretty straightforward, but this side was a little bit more complicated figuring out what to do, because the bridge is only about a 18 or 24 inch drop to where I'm standing now, but if you walk right off the end of it, which would feel natural, it drops 4 feet straight down, and I can't really get access over there. And there's also another path that I don't want to block. So we were trying to figure out, how do we make an easy transition down? Because this is almost like a public park that anyone can access and needs to be able to comfortably walk it. So what we ended up deciding is to build steps into the hill. And that took us a lot of trying and retrying to get it right. We actually, before the part you see now, we placed some irregular shaped rocks, and it just didn't feel like it would be a comfortable path to walk. So we took those out and redid it, and now you see kind of the final version of it. And once we figured out where we wanted to set those, it was still a matter of propping them up where they were going to be solid, then packing dirt around them so that they wouldn't erode or come loose over time. And then it was a matter of what happens to this area when it rains. So we did the same thing we did on the other side, is tamp it all in, and then we covered this little hillside with mulch. And I could not have been happier with the way it turned out.
Well, I say this every time we come out here, that this is a volunteer project with no budget, and they didn't have a way to cross this ravine, and with all free materials and volunteer labor, they've built something that is pretty darn cool, and I was glad to be a part of it. So I appreciate you guys taking time to watch the video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.